Today, I'm going to show you how to create Estival Solstice Elixir. The things we'll need for our Estival Solstice Elixir is one glass bottle, and since this is part of our seasons collection, I'm using the same glass bottle I used for our other 3 seasons. We're going to use some rubbing alcohol, but you could also use some distilled water and just a tiny bit of glycerin, or even a tiny bit of rubbing alcohol. But I'm going to be coloring mine with alcohol ink, so you'd need to change that if you're going to be using water. We're going to use some golden green mica powder. We're going to swap our cork for a number 4 rubber cork. We're going to use some moss and butterflies as well as some cording for embellishment. We're going to use one of our magnetic stirring pills, but that is optional. A couple different sealing wax hot glue sticks. And finally, we will need our label printed on sticker paper, and the link for this is in the description down below. Let's get started. Would you like a chance to win a monthly potion bottle from me? Then consider supporting me over on Patreon. All of my patrons have a chance to win a monthly potion bottle. Patreon not your thing? No worries. You can become a member here on YouTube and get exclusive icons and emojis to use in the comment section. Link is in the description down below. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is add our magnetic stir pill to our bottle, and I've placed it on my magnetic stirrer. And then we're going to fill this with rubbing alcohol. Now we're going to turn this on. Let me bring this a little closer. And I'm going to take my alcohol ink, which always shake up before you use it. And we're using the color medium magenta. We used this one not that long ago. And this is the kind you can get at Hobby Lobby. We're going to start with a drop. And then we're going to add our green mica powder. And again, we're using the golden green mica powder. And we're going to add a pretty decent spoonful. And I have a feeling we're going to need another one, but we'll see. Yeah, definitely going to need another 1 or 2. All right, and that's really close, but I think I'm going to add just 1 more scoop to make sure we're good. Right, and I think that gives us a nice green takeover that still has a really pretty, like, pink shimmer. So I think that'll be a good look for it going from spring to summer. So we're going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to clean up the neck of the bottle. And then we're going to go ahead and cork this. And we're going to go ahead and seal this with our UV glue. And for that, I'm going to use my JB Weld Super Glue. I love this stuff. I love how quickly it dries. But any UV glue will work just fine. You can also do E6000 or any of those. Just know that they are not going to dry instantly, and you're going to have to wait almost 24 hours before they really cure. And sometimes you have to put weights on them and stuff to be able to keep the cork down. So the UV glue is a whole lot quicker and more efficient. All right, and now that we are sealed, we can finish embellishing our bottle. All right, so just like our other ones, so now this is the last of our seasons. We have the Verdant Jubilation for spring. We have the Autumnal Elixir for fall. And we have the Depths of Winter Tonic. And now we have Estival Solstice Elixir, and that means in summer solstice elixir. So we're going to go ahead and place this up towards the top of our bottle here because we're going to add cording down at the base to cover up our mechanisms, and then we'll have cording up here, and then we're going to do a sweep, just like we have with the other ones, of some moss, and this one's going to have butterflies. So that's why we incorporated some butterflies into the label. So we're going to go ahead and peel the backing paper off of this. Right, I think that looks pretty good. All right, so now that we have our label on, we're going to go ahead and add our cordings, and then we'll start to do the top embellishment. Okay, so to add the cording to the bottom, we're going to use the same skinny double-sided tape on the bottom that we've used on the last couple. And again, I picked this up at the Dollar Tree, but you can get any double-sided skinny tape in a craft section will do. A lot of times you'll find some of this tape too in like a scrapbooking section. But the one at the Dollar Tree works great, and it's only $1.25. So I do miss the days of it only being $1. All right, so we're going to rub this down good. And I'm going to peel this part back. All right, so we're going to peel the white off. But before I get to the end, I'm going to rub this down. And then I'm going to add one more layer above it. So now that these are on, we're going to take our cording. And we'll wrap the bottom of this just like we do the tops of our bottles to hide our little stirring pill and any piled up mica. Okay, so now that our bottom is wrapped, we're going to go ahead and do the neck as well. And if you're not sure how we wrap the necks of our bottles, go check out the card above or the link below to my tips and tricks video, and I will teach you everything you need to know about wrapping your bottle. Alright, so we have our top and bottom wrapped. And now we can start doing the fun part of the embellishment on the side. So I'm going to get my hot glue gun heated up. Alright, let's see if this is hot enough. Alright, so we're going to do some of these pearlized ivory drips. And we're going to kind of space them out because, again, we're going to do green over it. So now we're going to take our green . Okay, so I think that'll be good. And then we're going to start to do our embellishment on the side. So I'm going to start heating up a standard hot glue gun. Alright, so for this one, we're going to use some of this super moss, and they are calling this a forest moss. And we're going to kind of go down the side like we have with all the other ones, and then we're going to layer in these little butterflies. So I have a bigger one here. We'll see if we use him or if I just use the smaller size of the butterflies. We're kind of going to see where it takes us. All right, so we're going to squeeze out a little bit of our hot glue here. And I'm going to stick some moss onto our bottle. Yeah, I think the big one's going to be too much. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more moss here before I lay that butterfly in. Okay, and I think we're going to add this one back here, but I want to see how that looks. Yeah, I think that's actually okay. All right, and I think that looks pretty good. I like that it just gives us this cascading detail like all the other ones have, but it gives us the beautiful butterflies. And we'll have that really pretty green, and then it'll go to the pink. Perfect. And with that, there we have our Estival Solstice Elixir. Crafted during the peak sun of midsummer to harness seasonal energy. And this is the final piece to our seasonal puzzle. So now we have spring, this is now summer, and we have our fall and winter. So these will be a great addition to our potion and prop collection we're making along the way. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.